All right. What I'm about to do, I'm going to respectfully keep my word and not say anything to damage my brother's reputation. Kodak Black. Now, there's been people on social media that say I've been talking about one specific person for a while now. If I spoke too much about others, I'll be labeled a gossiper. So please forgive me for addressing my truth. And forgive me for presenting facts with receipts. Okay? That's the first thing I'm going to say. For the people that argue with receipts, you got a personal problem. And you should check yourself. Because paperwork don't lie. But we ain't talking about that specific person today. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to respectfully keep my word as a man and not say anything to destroy his image. I'm going to protect his image. But Kodak Black, I got to have a talk with you. And the reason why I'm going about it on social media is not because I'm weak. It's because the type of person that I am, I don't tolerate mediocrity. I don't tolerate disrespect. The way I handle disrespect is probably completely different than the people some of you hang around. But what I'm going to say is this: Kodak Black, stop acting like you don't know I exist. Stop acting like that. Now, for the people outside looking in, I've sacrificed my reputation. I've remained quiet on Kodak Black. Out of compassion. Not saying that Kodak Black did anything flaw, because I'm not going to say he did anything flaw. However, there are some things that I can speak on that would cause for, if not an immediate response from him, to basically unravel this slander that has been following me for so long. I've been labeled this delusional person that doesn't know what he's talking about. I've been labeled a loser, X, Y, whatever. And I guess some people think just because I keep my mouth closed that I'm weak. I dissed Big Gates Records and got paid off of it. As a man, I'm keeping my word, and I refuse to verbally attack Kodak Black. Because Kodak Black is not out here, from my knowledge, stealing people's songs. However, when you don't address me at all on social media directly, it gives the illusion as if I'm this nobody and I've been letting it slide for the sake of peace. But when people don't get who I am as a human being, then I feel like he should be talking. Because there's one too many celebrities out here that know of my existence for other celebrities not to know who I am. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I know the power that I have. I have the power to make people talk. Trust me. I have the power to make people talk. But Kodak, stop acting like you're a slave to Big Gates Records because you're afraid that your reputation might be on the line if you spoke the truth. Because Florida has supported you for years and years and years. And I understand that. I understand you got a family to feed. So I keep my mouth closed. I take the slander. I take the slander from my own city. I take the beating of being falsely accused. I take the biased, childish persecution of those around me, knowing that if I spoke further, that I could have defended myself a long time ago in ways that they don't seem to acknowledge. Now, Kodak, if you need some hooks, you could feel free to come to me. You went to Ty Dolla $ign, I understand. Because he hasn't engaged in any beef. But I know for a fact, I don't believe that if the shoe was on other people's feet, Kodak Black, that they would have responded as peacefully as I am responding. Let that sink for a second. I'm a real man. People can say whatever they want to say about me. I know who I am. I also know that there's consequences in the spirit world for judging someone wrongly, especially without interrogation. But Kodak Black, I'm going to say this, and I hope you take heed to what I'm saying. Start acting like you know and respect me. I'm not going to damage your reputation, but I will refuse to let mine continue to sink anymore because I seek to protect yours. I'm not going to go too much further. I think you get the memo. I think we both know you know what's going on. The people might not know, but me and you know we know what's going on. They can mock, they can laugh, but the only thing them mocking and laughing is going to do is going to cause me to come out my bag. And if I came out my bag, people would probably label me as this tyrant because of how I decided to come out my bag. What's up, man? I'm just saying on this live for the people that just joined in, I've been keeping my mouth closed about certain things for at least, I would say, about 4 years now. Maybe more. And I've been keeping my mouth closed. Thank you, bro. But it takes somebody real to know that. They think because I keep my mouth closed on certain people that I'm weak. I just let people talk. They don't interrogate me as much. And that's the price I pay for defending people. My reputation gets damaged. There's some things that I can say that I vowed to myself that I wouldn't say for the sake of people's reputations. Even though I know I can save my reputation right now, I decided that I wasn't going to say it because it wouldn't be worth the persecution of the people around me. So, what this experience is showing me that a lot of the people around me and the people in my city, they're not as solid as I would hope they would be. Number one, because they would rather wait till things unravel, in my opinion, and judge me, than to come to me directly and ask me questions about what's going on with concern. Key words, with concern. It's the difference between someone coming to you, asking you about what's going on in your life just to tell you to get over it, versus someone coming to you, asking you questions and trying to really get in detail what's going on. I'm the type of person that actually supports people when they go through things. Why don't you try to get on an interview and expose them? I'm really not trying to expose Kodak. Kodak really didn't do anything to really harm me. But the interviews down here in South Carolina, if I was to do an interview in South Carolina, bro, I'm telling you what they would probably do. The way they think down here in South Carolina, they will twist your words. They will twist your words and try to dig up all types of stuff and say you're delusional. And this is why I kept all the records on YouTube. I kept the disc records out. I kept the screen recordings. But they're saying that I'm obsessed with certain people. Like I'm this person who just obsessed. No, I'm keeping records because I know that day is coming. So me defending myself is being seen as an obsessed person. But those are the people that don't put themselves in my shoes. This is why it is dangerous for people to think about what other people think about them, especially when they becoming great in life. Because the people around you that criticize you off the jump, 9 times out of 10, if they're being overcritical, they have not put themselves in your shoes and they probably wouldn't survive. Those are the people that would fold. The people that's criticizing me, they would have said something to harm Kodak Black's reputation, especially if their reputation was on the line. I promise you. I believe deep down in my heart that somebody would have said something. But I chose peace. And now I'm being attacked for it. But people are really going to understand it, and the people that have a mind will listen. Yeah, you're right, but I don't think I'm going to do an interview on this in Charleston, South Carolina. I'll do an interview with somebody. Yeah, you're right, but I don't think I'm going to do my interview in Charleston, South Carolina. It's not worth it. These people, like the majority of the people that I run into in Charleston, South Carolina, if a person has the clout or the likes, they automatically brush off what you say. If I wanted to right now, I could have dissed more people and really exposed what I really know. And that would have changed a whole lot. You feel me? But I decided that I was I decided that I was gonna keep the peace, man, because I know where it could have gone. But the people, I don't think some people will really salute that. They rather just find the flaws and be like, oh, you didn't obtain 1 million followers, like that's supposed to be some ultimate goal. My music sells. Why don't you do TikTok? I have it on TikTok. A lot of people, if the things that I would expose would hurt their feelings probably. I think that's why a lot of people don't get on my page. It's on, some of the stuff is on TikTok, if I'm correct. The diss tracks are on TikTok. The songs got positive reviews, but they just don't like the fact that I'm exposing stuff. I mean, like, blowing up, like, I'm gonna put it like this. Blowing up to me is just like, I'm on TikTok, but blowing up to me is not as valuable as me selling records in different states. Because the people that want to know the truth, they're going to come to me regardless. But I will be doing an interview. But this live is just for me to tell people, be cautious on speaking on my name, because I already vowed to myself that I wasn't going to attack Kodak Black verbally or in any way. But I will address some things if it continues and people start acting like they don't know me at all. We're not doing that. It's one thing for me to keep my mouth closed, but when you act like you don't know me at all, that's showing, to me, that's the sign of weakness. It's a sign of weakness. It's not street. I don't care if you never met me before. You know of me, and you know who I am. Basically, you know who I am. We maybe have never met, but you know who I am. And people that think he don't, bro, like, don't make me do it. I'm just begging y'all. Don't push me into that character. Just because you think I'm weak because I keep my mouth closed. Don't push me, because it can go there. That's all I really had to say.